This is how you can keep your drawing alive. Hello, this is C from Curio. I'm half of Curio & Co. My wife is the other half, Kay. She won't be joining us today, but here I am trying some new way of presenting the drawings that I usually do for our studio. So today we're gonna try something new. I'm gonna be talking over and some of the drawings, but not necessarily talking about the drawings. I'm gonna be simply talking about the philosophy of drawing, not in terms of being a philosopher, but in terms of the approach of the drawing process. I might be talking about some of the drawing techniques that I employ in terms of creating the images that I do make, but primarily I will be focusing on the state of mind and the approach in terms of image creation. I think that there is plenty to be talked about the subject, and I think a lot of young creators they get caught up with the technical aspect of things, and they're just missing out on this additional layer that should be taken in consideration. A lot of professionals, and I would say most of the professionals, do take these additional elements into consideration because it's a visual communication media, and technique is the craft is just one thing. The reasoning behind making a technical decision is the next level. Just a quick note, as soon as we're going to be able to upload multiple audio tracks, this video will also have an ASMR track which will be located in the British English track. What I would like to talk about today is how to keep a drawing alive in terms of what you should be thinking about when you're drawing, or when you get to the end of the drawing. Usually when you start drawing, you are in flow. Hopefully you're warmed up and you got started, and the lines are just coming out, and that's great. You're not necessarily conscious about the decisions that you're making because you've done enough drawing, and the ideas are coming. You see what you're doing, you see what needs to be changed, you can move forward with the drawing, and then all of a sudden you come to a point where the energy starts petering out. And at that point, you kind of need to start making a little bit of a decision of saying, okay, what is happening with the drawing? And you becoming more conscious about the image that you're creating because you see that there's something that is not necessarily working out the way that you anticipate, or the line is not coming out. And that's when you start going in and start making changes. The most important thing during this secondary process of creating an image is just being conscious about the lines that you're putting down. I mean, technically you should be conscious about the line that you're putting down from the beginning, but you are putting down the lines with a specific intention. When you're in the flow, the intention comes naturally, and you don't necessarily have to think about it because it's just a guttural reaction or a guttural feeling that you have. But when the energy level starts coming down, then that's when you need to be more aware about the marks that you're making on the paper, and you need to make sure that these marks have a specific intention and meaning. The moment that the mark that you're putting down on the paper is missing that spirit, that intention, that's when you're going to be destroying the work that you've done so far. It's not an easy thing because a lot of the times you find yourself that you do not know the answer to the problem, and that's really when you need to start thinking about what the decision that you're making or that you're going to be making is going to do to the paper that you are engaging with. So think about the decision that you're making prior to putting down the mark on the paper. Sometimes it's necessary to simply put the drawing aside for a second and get another sheet of paper and practice the specific mark that you're trying to do. Maybe it's a volume that you're having some trouble trying to create. Maybe it's a complex one. Maybe it's a simple volume. I mean, drawing circles is not an easy thing to do. And when somebody tells you, "Oh, it's easy, just simply do it." Yeah, the spirit is there, but simply do it. It's not necessarily a a solution. It takes practice to be able to get to that point. So don't get discouraged if you can't make a specific mark. Most of the time is because you're not familiar with making the mark. You haven't digested the knowledge that is necessary to making that mark. So you need to be taking some time. Sometimes the time necessary to be able to master that specific mark or having an understanding of the specific form might take years. Sometimes it might take a week. Sometimes it might take 10 seconds of doing a sketch on another piece of paper. Then simply go back to the drawing and fix whatever it is that you were working on. Titian used to do paintings that used to go about 3/4 of the way to being done, and then he would purposely stop because he knew that he wouldn't be able to see all the problems in the drawings or in the painting that he was working on, and then put the painting aside facing the wall. Then after some months he would come back, flip the painting over, and realize, because you're fresh, then you're able to see what the problems are, and then the solutions would come through for him. So it's very much the same way. If you can't see a problem with the drawing, take a break. Take a coffee break, go for a walk, start another drawing if you feel like you want to keep on drawing. And then later on, you can put the drawing back on the drawing board, revisit it, and fix what you need to fix. It's not a sin. When I first started drawing, one of my professors told me, within 6 months, you're going to be able to go back to your drawing and fix where the problems are. And to me, that was kind of a shock to hear that the first time. And it took me some years to be able to get comfortable with going back to the drawing, because you need to be comfortable enough that you can fix the problems, that you're not going to damage the drawing that you've worked on. And it's okay if you screw up a drawing, even if it's the best drawing that you've done 6 months ago. I mean, you done that drawing 6 months ago. I sure hope that you're going to be able to do that again, because you have done 6 months worth of practice since that moment. That drawing that you did 6 months ago, you definitely going to be able to do that again. You're going to be able to do a better one, for that matter. So the emotional attachment that you have to that drawing has already gone by. It's a landmark in terms of your achievements, but you have passed that point. So you are more than able to go back with the knowledge that you've acquired since the moment that you stopped that drawing, to be able to fix it. This is just to say, you can stop at the point where you do not know what else the drawing needs, because it's absolutely normal. And you can take advantage of time to be able to finish a piece of work that you're working on. Just always, always, always be conscious about the marks that you're putting down on the paper. Make sure that each mark has a specific intention and meaning, and then you're going to have a much, 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 much stronger piece of art in your hands. I hope this little bit of knowledge, or this little tidbits, are going to help you with creating your own artwork. If you like this type of format, please leave a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll make some more.